eliminate illegal interference and safeguard the peace of the blue sky. Hello, everyone. Welcome to participate in this emergency response training course. Today, we are going to explore a very important and urgent topic: disposals of hijacking and anti-hijacking. For us who are going to be flight attendants, being familiar with the professional knowledge and practical skills in this field is not only a testament to our professionalism, but also the key to ensure the safety of passengers, the lives of crew members, and the integrity of aircraft. Objective: through this course, students will learn the following knowledge points. Understand the basic features and hazards of hijacking. Master the basic handling principles and procedures of hijacking and anti-hijacking. Learn how to communicate, collaborate, and make decisions effectively in an emergency. Improve personal psychological quality and ability to cope with sudden crisis. Overview of hijacking. Definition and classification of hijacking. Hijacking is an extremely illegal act involving an attempt by unauthorized individuals or groups to forcibly take over aircraft and poses a serious threat to aviation safety. According to different motives and purposes, hijacking incidents can be divided into political, extortion, terrorism, and so on. Harm of hijacking. Hijacking may not only endanger the lives of passengers and crew members, but also destroy the integrity of aircraft and have a disastrous impact on flight safety. Basic principles and procedures of anti-hijacking. Basic principles. Calm response: stay calm and avoid panic spreading. Teamwork: work closely with the crew, ground control, and safety departments. Confidentiality of information. When an aircraft is hijacked, we should try our best to avoid public announcement of hijacking information in the cabin, so as to protect the emotional stability of passengers, prevent unnecessary panic from spreading, and to avoid provoking the hijackers, which would make the situation more complicated and dangerous. Ensure safety: always put the safety of passengers, crew and aircraft first. Procedures of anti-hijacking. Discovery and report: once signs of hijacking are detected, immediately report to the captain or safety officer, with the password or contact information agreed in advance. Obey command: all crew members shall obey the command of the captain and make preparations according to the division of labor in the plan. Maneuver and negotiation. Flight attendants should approach the hijacker actively. Conduct maneuver and negotiation. Try to stabilize his emotions and avoid direct conflict. Information transmission. Report the hijacker's situation and requirements to the ground authorities in a timely manner so as to develop a response strategy. Emergency preparation. Make preparations for emergency evacuation and safe landing to ensure quick action when necessary. Sharing of successes. Let's take a look at some successful anti-hijacking cases. Lockerbie incident of 1980. Over Lockerbie, Scotland, a Pan Am Boeing 747 was unfortunately targeted and hijacked by a group of militants. In the face of tense situations, the crew demonstrated a high degree of professionalism and the ability to cope with danger. Through accurate intelligence analysis and clever communication strategies, the aircraft was successfully guided to Malta, a strategy that both ensured the safety of those on board and bought valuable time for the intervention of ground security forces. In the end, security forces at Malta's airport, working closely with international partners, succeeded in arresting the hijackers on landing, averting a possible disaster. These cases show that successful anti-hijacking operations cannot be separated from professional training, teamwork, calm response and effective communication. Reflection on failure cases. Just now we have seen some successful cases of anti-hijacking. Were there any cases of failure in air flight? The answer is yes. Next, I will lead you to get to know some failed anti-hijacking cases. In 1996, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 961, a Boeing 767 carrying 239 passengers and 18 crew members, was hijacked by 3 assailants. The hijackers toughly offered to release the fuel in exchange for a huge ransom, which put the flight safety of the plane at great risk. During the tense standoff, the crew demonstrated professionalism and tried to negotiate to ease the situation, but their efforts failed to prevent the misfortune. In the face of the hijackers' unreasonable demands and escalating tensions, running out of fuel, the plane landed off the coast of Beira, Mozambique, killing 125 people. This tragedy is a reminder that, in the face of extreme hijackings, even with well-trained crew and alert passengers, it may not be possible to avoid disaster completely. Therefore, continuously strengthening security measures has become a necessary means to prevent similar terrorist attacks. Psychological adjustment and stress management. Psychological adjustment. In the aviation industry, hijacking is undoubtedly one of the most challenging and stressful scenarios in a flight attendant's career. Such incidents not only test the professional skills of flight attendants, but also profoundly affect their psychological state, which is as follows: immediate emotional response. In the face of a sudden crisis, flight attendants may immediately feel intense fear, helplessness, and anger. Sense of responsibility and mission. Flight attendants know that they have a heavy responsibility to protect the safety of passengers and crew. However, this can also bring a heavy psychological burden, making them feel more stressed. Decision pressure. In a hijacking event, flight attendants are required to make critical decisions in a very short period of time, which may directly affect the safety of passengers and crew. This stress can cause them to feel anxious, insecure, and even self-doubt. Communication challenges. It is critical to communicate with passengers, crew, and ground control in a hijacking event. However, due to the tense atmosphere and complex situation, flight attendants may encounter communication barriers, such as poor information transmission and misunderstandings, which further aggravate their psychological pressure. Psychological trauma. Even if the hijacking incident is eventually resolved properly, the flight attendants may get deeply traumatized psychologically. Recovery and adaptation. After a hijacking incident, flight attendants need to go through a process of recovery and adaptation to help them regain confidence and psychological balance. Therefore, it is very important for flight attendants to master effective psychological adjustment methods and stress management skills. Through this course, I hope that every student can have a thorough understanding of the complexity and potential risks of hijacking incidents and understand the serious threat such incidents pose to global aviation safety. Let us work together to maintain the serenity of the blue sky and ensure that every takeoff and landing is a journey of safety and trust, with the belief of respecting life and safeguarding peace.